obvious section of the song as it leads right into the solo. We have that same fill that we're used to on the G string, that's 6, 7, 9. And this time that's just going to keep repeating. We're going to play that 4 times, so it's going to sound like... Okay, and then you hear that little, we change it up at the end, so that's where it's going to start getting different. I'm going to turn the delay off just so you can get a better idea of what notes I'm actually playing, but the delay should remain on for the entirety of the solo. So after that 6, 7, 9, 4 times, we're going to switch it up and we're going to hit 7 on the D string, 7 on the G, and then 9 on the G. Okay, so... Okay, so after, we're going to go back to D, and we're going to hit 7, 9 there. So altogether, after the first 4 fills, it's going to be, and then we're going to hit 6, 7, 9 one more time. So, okay. So after that's over, we're going to jump down to the high E string, and we're just going to quickly hit 7, 5, and then jump back to the same 6, 7, 9. Alright, so just real quick delay, that's what this should sound like. Okay, so starting after that 7, 5, we're going to do another 6, 7, 9, and then we're going to do a 7 on the D, 9 on the D, 6 on the G, 9 on the G, back to 7 on the D, back to 9 on the D, and then end it with another 6, 7, 9 on the G. So that's going to sound like, starting from 7 on the high E, and then after that final 6, 7, 9, you're going to want to hit the 11th fret on the G and sort of just slide into the next section. Just kind of slide it up, I guess end around the 14th fret, but I just kind of like slide up and then land where we're going to play the next section. So altogether, with, I guess I'll do with no delay first. That's going to sound like this, that entire first section. Okay, that's what that sounds like, so make sure you practice that. Okay, so let's move on to the next section. After that little slide, you're going to want to start on the 12th fret high E string. And this next section, we're going to be playing all 16th notes, so pick twice as fast, and now all the delayed notes are going to be playing over the notes that you're playing. So it gets kind of confusing, especially since it's a lot of the same notes we're playing. So you can kind of get away with just playing randomly, you know, hitting them in a random order, but I'll show you what to play. So we're going to start basically just alternating between 12 and 4 on the high E for a while. So we're going to play 24 pretty much consecutive notes all in this area. As long as you just hit 24 notes, you should be good, but what you want to go for is 12, 14, 12, 14, 14, 12, 14, 12. Okay, so that's the first 8. Okay, next you're going to want to play 12, 14, 12, 14, 12, 14, 14, 12. So 12, 14, 12, 14, 12, 14, 14, 12. Okay? So altogether that second group of 8 notes is... Alright? So now altogether, all 16 are... Alright? Kind of hard to remember, just keep breaking it down into smaller sections. I'll probably just leave the notes on the screen somewhere, just so you can look at it and refer to that. Now at the next section we're going to play 8 more notes, and we're going to start playing 16 on the E2. So the next section is going to be 14, 12, 14, 16, 12, 14, 16, 12. Okay, all together. Alright. So, all together now, really slow. I'm just going to play the whole thing. Just take your time, learning maybe four notes at a time, 8 notes at a time, or I even I can remember the first 8 notes, and I just kind of memorize that, and then add one more note to the end of it, memorize that, and then just keep going one note at a time. So all together, that should sound like... Alright, and again, that's all 16th notes. So with the delay, we're going to be hearing overlapping notes. So this is what that should sound like. Okay, so after that final 12 on the high E, there is going to be a bit of a break, so like a 1 note space, and then we're going to jump up to the next section. So the next section starts on the 21st fret of the high E string, and it's going to sound like this. So that's 2 on the 21, 2 on the 19, 2 on the 17, and then 1 on the 16. Okay? Then after that 16, we're going to hit with our middle finger high E 17, and then we're going to hit the B 17, so we'll be ready to kind of roll up. So and then we're going to go back to 16, and then back to that 17 on the B. Okay. Alright, and then after that after that 17 on the B string, we're going to jump down here to 14, and we're going to do 14, 16 on the high E, and then 17 on the B. And then we're going to do 14, 16, 14, 16, and then that 17 on the B again. And then after that, we're going to hit 1 more 14 on the high E. So starting from that first 21, it's going to sound like this. Alright, so after that final 14, we're going to, without taking a break, still just constant 16th notes, we're going to jump all the way up to the 21 on the high E, and we're going to play 21, 21, 19, 21. Okay. And then we're gonna hit 17, 19. All right, and then now go back a little, hit 16 twice, and then 17 on the B. Okay, and then, so after that 17 on the B, again, not taking any breaks, we're gonna go back to 14 on the high E, and do 14, 16, 14, 16. And then next, we're gonna be playing 17, but I like to, right now, it kind of makes sense to use our pinky for 17. I like to quickly jump up and use my middle finger, because that's gonna make this next part easier. So, do that quickly with your middle finger. Do 14, 16, 14, 16, 17. Alright. Let's just start back from the 21, just to keep track of where we're at. So. So that's what it should sound like with no delay. And then after this 17, we're going to do 16, 17, 16. And then jump up to 19. I like to hit 19 with my ring finger, and then we're going to alternate just back and forth between 19 and 17 for a bit. So we're going to do 19, 17, 3 times, and then you're going to hit 19 again, and then we're going to jump up to 21. Okay, so I kind of, when I play the 19s and 17s, I'm kind of using my pointer for the 17s and my ring finger for the 19s. And then once I get to that 21, I kind of slide my ring finger up, and then I start, we're gonna just have to start hitting that note. So I use my ring finger for the 21 now, and then now my middle finger will kind of take care of any 19s from that point on. So it's 19, 17, 19, 17, 19, 17, 19, 21. Okay? Now, after that 21, we're going to go back to 17 and walk up to 21 with those fingers. So 17, 19, 21, and then walk back down. 19, 17. Okay? Then we're going to hit 17 again. And we're going to use 17, 21, 17, 19. And then 21. Okay, it's kind of a lot of random notes to just throw at you, so let's start back again at that first 17 with our middle finger and just slowly go through that. So it's going to sound like this. Okay, so we end with that walk up, walk down, and then double 17, and then we hit that 21 again. After that 21, we're going to do one more walk up from 17 to 21, and then go back to 17 real quick, and then finally go to 21, and then this is where the solo is going to end. This is where we just keep hitting that 21. I like to hit it first with my ring finger and then switch to my middle finger while playing it, because that's just going to make it easier to bend. You just want to hit that like 13 times and then bend it upward. You just hit it however many times you want. You've earned it. That's just going to sound like... but let's run through that whole final part. So, starting from I guess where we walk up, we want to go It's kind of a lot, so to close out, I'm just gonna be playing through the whole thing with no delay, just pretty slow, so you can just use this as a reference if you want to see how different parts come together or what you're supposed to be playing at any given time. So let's do that. Okay, that about wraps it up. It's kind of confusing, you know. I'd say learn to play it as slowly as you need to first. Just get every note memorized, then turn on your delay. Just try to learn it again, you know, with the delay this time. It just adds like another degree of difficulty hearing a bunch of more notes you're playing over what you're playing. But eventually you just get up to speed, break it down into chunks, and you'll learn it. That's about it. See ya.